2025 Old Trafford Mountain West Football Media Days. Carly Drew here, joined by Jesse Kurtz here on the desk in the fabulous Circa Sportsbook. We are now joined by the Utah State Aggies. We have quarterback Bryson Barnes, and then we have Gabriel Iniguez, defensive tackle. You guys, welcome to Las Vegas. I know you guys had a little bit of fun already this early in the morning playing some games, but how are things going for you guys being here for Media Days?
Yeah, things have been great. Got in here yesterday, and it's really just been a good time really meeting the guys around the rest of the conference. It's been really cool to kind of meet guys that you've played with before, dudes that have, laid a couple of hits on you as well, so it's been a good time.
Yeah, Gabe, you were saying that you guys were playing some video games and you won. Bryson's over here a little upset. Things are getting competitive already this morning. Tell me about what was going on already.
I mean, it was a defensive game going on in the beginning, but, Bryson threw me a little pick and I had to capitalize. Take it down. Missed the field goal, but we're all good, though.
Love to hear it.
Well, let's talk some football here, fellas. Obviously, the season here just over a month away. And, Gabe, last year you were honorable mention All Mountain West, one of the unquestioned leaders on the defense. Size up the defense here for us a little bit this year. Obviously, a lot of new faces once again here. In what ways will you guys be just as good or better here defensively?
I think we're just very in shape, in elite physical shape, and we go out there and play hard. We have some really big people, and we look the part, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be the biggest difference. And going out there in defense, everybody is locked in and, play together and play for each other. So that's what's we're looking forward to this year.
What are some of the goals for yourself? Again, you had a fantastic season a year ago as you were honored by the league for your production. What are some of the personal goals that you have for yourself outside of the team goals and winning football games?
Well, this year I definitely want to be first team All Mountain West. A+ TFLs and A+ sacks on my season this year. So that's what I want to do, and just continue leading my teammates and being that person they can lean on and when they need help.
And Bryson, looking to you, being a quarterback, you split time last year with Spencer Petras. What has this season been like for you, or just spring training so far and heading into fall? How have you kind of taken ownership in this position?
Yeah, no, it's been great, finally to be able to have a year where I am the guy, and you're able to come in, you get a lot more reps than you usually did that I have in the past. And just building that chemistry with the guys. We have a lot of new players, a lot of new faces on offense. And so, you definitely have to take the role, especially as a quarterback, to be able to bring all those guys in, make sure we're all on the same page, because when we get into fall, everything's got to be clicking. And so I feel like those first 4 months of the year was a great time, especially going through spring ball, getting everybody on the same page, getting a feel for everybody. And so, yeah, it's been good.
At what point the past few months did you see it finally click, or was it on day one that you were taking the reins? What was that like?
I would say everything was really clicking. I mean, when we got to about halfway through spring ball, because you can sit there, draw on the whiteboard, you can go over the playbook all you want, but when you get out there on the field and you start repping it, it's a whole different animal you got to deal with. And so you start, iron out those wrinkles throughout spring ball, and I really feel like towards the end of spring ball, we were really clicking. Everybody was kind of on the same page, and then that really kind of carries out throughout the summer as well when you start adding walkthroughs and different things like that are player ran, and so it's been great.
Bryson, we just saw some video just rolled here on the show of you. And I look at that game against San Diego State when you rushed for 193 yards at the quarterback position. That's a record for that position at Utah State. How would you characterize yourself as a quarterback? Now, obviously, you got the speed and the acumen to get out and run. Is that something you like doing, or is that something that, when forced to, you will?
Yeah, that's kind of my game plan with that is, you want to be a pocket pass quarterback. You want to sit back there. You want to dice the defense up with your arm. But when things aren't looking good, like eventually you got to be able to get out, make some plays with your legs. And that's what that San Diego State game allowed me to do, was to get out and use my legs. And then again, like if they ain't stopping it, then, why would you stop doing it?
Sure.
So that was kind of the deal with that San Diego State game.
You did have multiple games with multiple passing touchdowns at the end of last season. How has it been for you, and what have been some of the aha moments working with some new wide receivers and getting that chemistry built before you get into fall camp?
Yeah, I just feel like the biggest thing is like, I am a veteran. I've been doing this for 5-6 years with that extra COVID year. And so, you've been around a lot of ball. And so when you bring all these new faces in, you've kind of been through these different processes that you've tried in the past of what would be the best way to get everybody caught up to speed. And I feel like I've been through a big refining process of what is the best way. And so I feel like we've really had an accelerated process of getting everybody on the same page this year.
And Gabe, I want to ask you, because like we said, we've seen a roster rebuild, 41 new players. What has it been like to come together as a team, a new team, getting connected in this way and just wanting to achieve so much this season?
It's been good, but we really have no time, you know. We're all fairly new, and we're just trying to, you know, accelerate that process of us, you know, building a family and being a band of brothers and playing for each other. But it's been really good. You know, Coach Bronco's been doing a really good job of preaching, playing for each other, and, you know, doing hard things together. So that's, you know, that process has been really, really well.
And I know spring ball was closed to the public. What was it like to have just you guys together, no distractions, just focusing on getting Aggies football to where you want it to be?
I think it was perfect for us. Honestly, you know, everybody's learning a new scheme, offense and defense and special teams as well. So I think it was good for us just to lock in on each other and focus on each other and focus on, you know, what's going to help us during the season and, you know, eliminate everything on the outside that's not, you know, beneficial to Utah State football.
Gabe, you mentioned Coach Mendenhall, and when I look at this hire, it was like the perfect hire at the perfect time in what he has done at his previous stops, right? Obviously, Mountain West fans know him from his previous stop at BYU, but most recently what he did at New Mexico, and I think it was one of the greatest coaching jobs in the country, turning around the Lobos. What sort of, you know, culture has he set for you guys? Because what he did at New Mexico, again, was outstanding. I'm assuming the blueprint is very similar in what he's instilling in you guys and the expectations that he's laid out.
Yes, sir. So, you know, our program is earned, not given. So
I've heard that before from him.
Hey, so that, you know, that's one of his sayings that we have in our pillars of our team structure. So the culture we've been building is exactly what we need for Utah State. We've been troubles in the past or whatever, but Coach Bronco has just been more work, less drama. That's all with us. We're gonna work hard and do our best at the end of the day.
Bryson, what does earn, not given mean?
Man,
to the team.
Yeah, so to the team is we kind of have a little system put in place where regardless of everything that's given in the modern day of college football, that you got to earn to get to that point. And so you're not going to show up day one and be given anything. You got to show up and you got to come to work each and every day. You got to earn it. You got to earn your jersey number. There's so many things you got to earn in this program. And at the end of the day, you're going out there to work and you're earning it because your teammates can recognize that. And then you kind of get put in this position to be able to be given things because you've earned it. You put that work in.
And then once, you know, the season starts in August, what can the Cache Valley expect to see with a mentality like this that everybody has bought into on the team?
I just feel like it's going to be a completely different culture than what Utah State has been used to the last couple of years. And it's really exciting, you know, bringing Bronco in, just having that big culture change. It's going to show on the field each and every week, and that's just kind of the plan, is for everybody to show up 1 week at a time.
Gabe, I got to ask you about my guy, Ike Larson. 80 tackles, 9 pass breakups, interception last season, but he's more than just a football player. There's so many layers to Ike Larson. How does he bring that energy into the locker room and be a difference maker for this team?
I mean, Ike is just, you know, he's always going to be, you know, Ike. He just does his own. He does his own thing, and you know, he's a really, really good football player. He comes to work every day, and we're really excited to see what he can do this year. It's a big year for all of us, so I'm really excited of what I got in store for us this year.
President, how much respect do you have for a defensive back like that that'll mix it up, that can jump routes, that is a big play waiting to happen, like play in and play out?
Yeah, so I mean, when you're practicing against him, it's great because you get a really good look. You got a really instinctual player, got a lot of God-given talent given to him. It's great to see, and so it really challenges an offense each and every day in practice. And then it's also great when you're sitting on the sideline when the defense is up, because you know it can change in a split second. We're going to be up in one play because that dude's going to go out and make a big play.
And then looking at the running backs for Utah State, we have Miles Davis, transfer from BYU. How has he just shown up for this Aggies program so far?
He's bought into the culture change. I mean, we brought in a lot of new players, and he's one of them that just came in came to work each and every day and really bought into the program. I feel like that's going to be the big difference maker for Utah State, is everybody buying into this culture that Bronco has set. And, you know, Bronco has a history of doing great things. And so buying into that culture, I mean, it's only going to reap great rewards for Utah State.
And then we also see Javen Jacobs, a transfer from New Mexico, so we know he knows what Bronco Mendenhall is capable of doing and is loyal to him at that. What's it like knowing that you have a coach that's capable of making great changes to a program, and then to have a coach like, or a player like Javen Jacobs to follow?
Yeah, Javen's came in, and when you already kind of understand the culture and what's required and the expectations that have been set in the culture, and you bring that type of person into the locker room, it's great because he's able to hold everybody to the standard that he knows where everybody should be at. Because it's a big culture shift and a change for everybody else in the locker room, but when you have a guy that's been there, been through it, it's just a whole different demeanor, the way he carries himself, and that's what we all want to get to that point.
Gabe, talk to me about Kone Umua-Uiagalelei on the defensive line with you. Everything that I have heard about the guy, high energy guy, great genes, obviously. He's got cousins that have played at a very high level, including a quarterback that was at Oregon State not too long ago, Florida State. What does he bring from an energy standpoint that complements you?
Man, Kone's my guy. You know, I feel like everybody we brought into our D-line room is just high energy guys. But Kone, he comes into work. Spring ball was he had a real good spring ball. He just makes the room happy. You know what I'm saying? I see Kone's face, I start smiling. I'm like, hey, today's gonna be a good day. So I appreciate my guys in the D-line room, and you know, Kone's one of them right there. You know what I'm saying? So.
How about the tight end position for you, Bryson? I look at a guy like Brock Lane. He's got all the physical tools and can really be a weapon for you on offense.
Yeah, Brock, I'm super excited that he was able to come back this year. He's been grinding. Like, it's been great to see that, just a different type of mentality that he's been bringing each and every day, getting strong. He's always doing extra work, and yeah, I can't be more excited than throwing him the ball this fall.
We did get a look at you guys' schedule. I'd like to circle back to that if we can. You guys will open up on August 30th against UTEP. It'll be 5:30 kickoff on CBS Sports Network, and then you go down to Texas A&M. The road trip to Kyle Field. How exciting is it for you guys to go into one of the best environments in college football in your first road game?
Yeah, no, super excited for that opportunity, and it's going to be a whole lot better if we're going into that game 1-0 against UTEP. That's the game plan. Take care of UTEP first. You'll be feeling a lot better going into Texas A&M. And so that's really kind of the focus when it comes to that game.
Yeah, what's the excitement for the opener against UTEP? Obviously, you bring in a proven winner in Bronco Mendenhall, and I'll say this to anyone that will listen: the athletics atmosphere in Logan is second to none when the team is doing well. They'll come out. They'll not only come out and support, they will come out and be loud. They are into the game. It's an electric atmosphere at Maverick Stadium, just like we see at the Spectrum for basketball. What do you expect that to be like, the opener against UTEP with a new era of Aggie football kicking off?
I mean, I honestly want the whole stadium sold out. I mean, I know the herd is going to go crazy. Shout out to the herd. They, win or lose, they come out there and support us, and, they're out there rowdy and all that. So I really appreciate, I love game days in Maverick Stadium.
Okay, and then you guys, this summer was a little bit fun for you, connecting with the Cache Valley, that fan base, because on July 4th, we saw some of you guys went out to the 4th of July Day Parade, handing out some popsicles to the community. At the end of the day, yes, it's about having fun and playing for the Aggies, but what's it like connecting with the community as well?
It really is special. I just think Logan, it's a special place in general, and you got great people all around throughout the valley. And especially as, like, the university and the football team, like, it means even more when you're giving back to the community and trying to create those relationships with those in the Cache Valley. And so whenever we have those opportunities to connect with those people, like, it's always great.
Gabe, talk to me about Noah Avenger. He's a guy that has made multiple stops here in the Mountain West. Started his career at San Diego State, was a really good player early in his career there. Then he goes over and plays for a defensive guy in Bronco Mendenhall and had some great success. But now he follows him to the Cache Valley. What sort of impact can he make on this defense? Because he's made impact on the Aztecs and the Lobos.
I mean, he's tough as nails, man. That guy's a hard worker, blue-collar guy. Comes in, not complaining about anything, and helps me lead the defense as well. So he's a real good guy, and he's definitely a great athlete, long body and all that. So, I mean, I'm really excited to have him back there covering up while I'm trying to get chased after that QB.
Both of you guys are college graduates. Congratulations, by the way. That's a huge accomplishment to have that box checked for whatever happens after football. How proud are you? And let's start with you, Bryson. But I want to get your thoughts to be a college graduate and still playing some college football and knowing that you've already got that big life achievement out of the way, and you got to be proud of that.
Yeah, no, it is, like we said, it's kind of a big deal. Like,
sure.
At the end of the day, football is going to end, as much as we don't think it's going to in the moment, and as much as we're hating the homework in the middle of all this practices and stuff, like, at the end of the day, it is going to end, and we're going to have to find a job. So being able to have that box checked, it really is something special, and I feel like you don't appreciate it as much until we're going to be outside of football.
For me, I'm a first-generation college graduate, so I was really excited about that, trying to, set a good example for my siblings and stuff like that. And, my parents were very happy about me getting that degree, and that, like Bryson said, football going to end one day, so that degree always going to stay true to me. So I'm happy about that.
What do you hope to do after football with your degrees? When football ends. Let's hope it doesn't end anytime soon here. But what do you guys hope to do with those degrees?
I'd like to start up a couple businesses that I've kind of had in mind growing up, and kind of chasing that dream of like helping young kids and young athletes.
Yeah, I'm so in love with the game. I would like to just be a college football coach, get into the defensive line and start coaching. So we'll see how that goes.
I play for you, Coach Gabe.
I love to hear that. Oh, my goodness. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here on set here. It was so great to hear about the Aggies culture and just what you guys are doing heading into fall camp. We look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys. That's the Utah State Aggies, Bryson Barnes and Gabriel Iniguez.
Yes, sir.
For Utah State. Good luck on the season. We're not done, not by a long shot here from the Old Trapper Mountain West Football Media Days. When we come back,